Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we will do a quick review for three air conditioners, comparing them to each other. So the three brands are like Hitachi, LG and Samsung. So these are some of the top leading brands that are there in air conditioners. So I hope this video will make your purchase decision easy this summer. So we will cover the following things in this video. The first thing is the basic specs, and second is the build quality, and third is the features, and then we have the performance and the ease of use, like how easy is to use these appliances. And we also have what is the power usage of the air conditioner, how is the installation, how is the warranty, how is the service, and what are the negatives of each brand, and also what is the verdict, which one you should buy. Let us start with the basic specifications for each air conditioners. Adding the details for Hitachi on the screen. So this is a 3-star 1.5 ton. It has a cooling capacity of 5100 watts, 1730 watts of power consumption. This one uses an R410A refrigerant, which is like a slightly older refrigerant. The new ones have R32, which is more environmental friendly. This is an only cool model. Coming to LG air conditioner, these are the basic specs on the screen, and it has 5000 watts of cooling and the power consumption is at 1740 watts, and it has R32 refrigerant, and this is an only cool model. It's rated at 3-star 1.5 ton, same as the others. So this is the last air conditioner, the dreaded Samsung. So this is also a 3-star 1.5 ton model, has 5000 watts of cooling and 1700 watts of power usage, has the same R32 refrigerant as the LG. It's all an only cooling model. Let's look at the build quality and features of these air conditioners. I'll also add those details on the screen. So starting with the Hitachi, it looks large than the other rest of the air conditioners, also being 3-star only model. The design looks like very cool. It looks good in the house, blends with the decor. It has that golden strip in the middle. It has some sculpts on the left and right side, and the blower is also larger. The unit is also like larger. The blower is like at least 30 to 40% larger than the Samsung or LG counterparts. Coming to features, it has a filter. It doesn't have any display on the indoor unit, such as temperature display. So it's only on the remote control. It doesn't have any 4-way swing. It has basic swing options, that is only vertical swing, not horizontal swing. It has a stepless inverter control. It is stabilizer free. It is an inverter air conditioner. Apart from that, there are not crazy features like convertible, automatic cleaning filter, PM 2.5. Not so crazy features that you have. It's a very simple air conditioner. The remote also has like simple features. It has backlit though. Apart from that, all basic buttons. It's a very simple air conditioner. Coming to build of LG, it's a compact model. It looks small in size, very sleek. It has that white color finish, and it has an on indoor unit display for temperature, and it shows other options like what mode we are using, what swing we are setting, fan speed, and rest of the stuff. It's a hidden display. You can hide it. Once you switch it off, you can't see it anymore. So nothing great in terms of design. Like, it's a very simple design. Coming to features, the features for this LG model are endless. So it has that 4-way swing. It doesn't have Wi-Fi or any sort of app connectivity, but it has that UV filtration. So it sort of filters the blower with an UV light. So it has 4-way swings, and the fan speed has like endless options. There are almost like 9 steps in the fan speed. It also has the 5-in-1 convertible option. So you can run the compressor all the way from 40% to almost 120%. So which sort of saves on the power. The remote also has these backlit keys which glow whenever you touch the remote. You just pick up the remote, they glow up, but the display doesn't glow in the dark. And if you look at the options, there are like too many options on the remote. Moving to the build of the Samsung, it is similar to LG but sort of in a worse way. The design of the floral design is like good. If you don't have that floral design, nothing to take home about in terms of design of it. It has that black box type of thing for display below, and also the gills look wide like shark teeth. So design wise, build wise, also great. The fit and finish is like decently well enough. It has like 2 filters on the top and on the bottom. Moving over to the features, so has 4-way swing. It also has 5-in-1 convertible modes, all the way from 40% of power to 120% of power usage. Moving over to performance, let us see how each of these air conditioners perform. The Hitachi AC, coming to performance, is mind-blowing. I would easily say this is the best out of the 3 air conditioners. It has a larger blower, like at least 30 to 40%. Even the copper piping inside, this is a copper air conditioner, has grooved condenser. Like there are grooves in it to increase the surface area of cooling. And somehow the flow of breeze is like very similar to a post breeze of a rainfall. So that's how refreshing and like comfortable you will feel in this good. It's not like instantly cold, like chillingly cold. This is like very natural cooling. I don't know if it is because of this large room that I have or not, but the noise is very low. It starts very quickly. The moment you start, within like 20 to 30 seconds the air conditioner starts cooling. So performance wise, nothing that is a deficit. So the lowest temperature it goes is until 16 degrees, the highest it goes is 32. I like the option of 32, especially if you have a room where it is hot like 40 and you need to mildly cool it, you can set it at 32. Good thought of Hitachi on that part. The outdoor unit also doesn't make too much of noise. It's very quiet even at night times. Fan speeds are basically just 3 fan speeds, nothing fancy or complicated. So performance is excellent, outstanding. Coming to cooling, the cooling is great, but it sort of takes more time compared to the Hitachi air conditioner to cool the room. And the airthrow is like very good. The noise is also like very controlled. In lower speeds the noise is very limited, but when you go to the higher speeds the noise is higher, but the throw isn't that great when compared to the Hitachi. So this has also a copper condenser. This is a no frills model. Like there are not many complaints regarding this and not many great stuff to talk about, but the build quality is like excellent. So this air conditioner will last you a very long time. So Samsung's performance, horrible of the all. First thing is the cooling doesn't feel gentle. Even at low speeds the fan is not consistent. It's like louder and not louder, louder and not louder. There is that inconsistent flow of air. I don't know why. To start the AC it takes forever to start. Almost sometimes it takes 4 minutes, sometimes almost as high as 15 minutes to start the compressor, to start the cooling. And meanwhile, just because of the tri-care filter which is inside, there is mold formed on it and the AC smells like piss. That's how horrible it is. The LG has an option to dry out those molds, but Samsung has nothing as such. The remote has no backlight. The compressor sounds as if there is a jet plane taking off and you're sleeping beside an airport. And when it cools, it makes the room like too chill or too not chill. It still runs like the fixed inverter kind of air conditioner. Now let us see what is the lowest temperature of the air these 3 air conditioners get blow out when these are set at 20 degrees temperature. So when set at 20 degrees, the air conditioner is blowing over at almost 4 or 5 degrees cold. So that's fantastic. So this will sort of indicate how efficient the condenser is in sending out cool air and removing the heat from the room. So the blower temperature for LG is almost at 6 degrees. So this will take some more longer to reach that 4 degrees compared to what we just saw on Hitachi. So in that aspect, I think the Hitachi does a better job in throwing out colder air much faster than the rest of the air conditioners. So coming to the blower cooling set at 20 degrees temperature. So this also blows air close to 6 and almost 5 degrees when you take it much closer. It almost goes as low as 4. So as I said, the cooling wise it is good. It is just that it is inconsistent. So it is on par with the Hitachi in terms of how cold the air is when set at 20 degrees. But at this stage the compressor sort of runs at more higher power usage than the Hitachi and the LG. Coming to the fan noise for indoor and outdoor units. moving over to the ease of use. So out of all the ACs, I like Hitachi much better in terms of ease of use, because if you look at the remote control, it's like very compact, and the buttons are like simple. You have dry, you have auto, and then you have cool. Here you have to turn off the LED light, dim and turn off, and you have power button, you have fan only mode, timer on, timer off, and you have fan speed and swing and temperature. And it has backlight for the display, which is a simple display, and these three buttons have phosphorescence which illuminate in the dark. And the remote control is like very handy, super handy and super fast. See, so you don't need to read a manual to understand the functions of this air conditioner. I like this. I mean, appliance should need features, but they have to be simple also at the same time. So ease of use, thumbs up for Hitachi. Ease of use for LG is like very complicated because the feature list is like very large, so the usage is also little complicated in using those features. So if you look at the remote control here, like so many buttons, you need to study the manual to understand. Like this says comfort air, so it is basically throws air like a breeze, so nobody knows like what it is. For modes, it has two buttons, 5-in-1, 4 modes, 5-in-1, high capacity. So the fifth mode for 120% compressor is hidden here. The middle is temperature, so these keys light up in the night, so which is like a very cool feature. And there is one button which shows the internal room temperature. Now the room temperature is at 27. The swing is like super complicated. You press the swing, so every time press the swing, you can see in the display it changes its stance, then it goes to swing. So if you want to set the swing directly to move, you can't do that. First you need to change all the positions and then move into swing. Same for this horizontal swing also. And there are like more functions inside it. If you press the function like AC, clean and other options, and the timer and sleep. Sleep is basically, it sort of brings the cooling down of the AC over a period of time. And it also has another mode called artificial intelligence, which scans the room temperature then sets it. And then you have timer to on and off at what time. You can set the time internally in the remote control. The remote control consumes a lot of battery because of so many features. You can't switch off that beep sound, so when you are setting swing in the night, you need to go through all that. See, then it moves to swing. So this is sort of irritating. Like LG should have given more options like press and hold swing to start swing. And also ease of use, not so great. I would say I would rank this at second place out of the 3 air conditioners. So ease of use, rubbish. This is the worst of all the air conditioners. The display, although it's like very big and wide, there's no backlit, and even the buttons are not backlit. None of these buttons are backlit. So if you are in the night, in the darkness, neither the display here is bright enough nor the display is bright. So even in LG, if you press that swing, it will sort of tell you what swing you are set. And this doesn't give those options of LG, like which direction you want the swing to be set. So the LG tells you like this is going this way, that way in the display itself. The Samsung doesn't tell you. And all the options are buried under this button. So if you want the AC to be quiet, if you want to change the usage, have the filter reset, you want to keep it, set the display to off or on, so you can turn off the display. You can set the AC to fast mode if you want. You can set the AC to quiet mode if you want. But this is sort of complex, like nothing is properly mentioned over this. You need to study the manual. Some of the options are like buried. It says usage, and nobody knows what usage does. And it says filter reset. We don't know when we should use the option that is filter usage. And the fan speed is only like 4 or 5 steps, not as wide as the LG, but similar to Hitachi. Since the noise is so high, you will always feel uncomfortable. Adding to that, the remote will only further complicate your problems. That's it. Nothing great. These buttons are also not, at least phosphorescence, like they glow up in the dark. Nothing as such. I thought it was a very good looking remote when I saw initially, but these are the downsides of it. Moving over to power consumption, the Hitachi goes as low as 500 to 400 watts in terms of power consumption at very optimized running. That's at like 25 or 26 in temperature and in night time. So that gives you a total unit usage of almost like 4 to 5 units when you finish the night. It's on a little higher side than LG and Samsung, but the cooling is like super efficient. And if you use it in a very small rooms, the usage will much go down like around 3 units. So I feel the PCB is not as strong as LG or Samsung to run the compressor at like much lower speeds, because it doesn't have any converting modes or all sort of stuff. Coming to power consumption for LG, so if you set the air conditioner in like 40% compressor and temperature like low as 25 or 26 degrees, the usage goes as low as like 240 or 250 or 300 watts. So that's barely for 8 hours of sleep. You get a power consumption of almost 2 to 3 units. So PCB wise, this PCB is more efficient. I think it can reduce the compressor speed to much lower when you compare it to the Hitachi. But in terms of net cooling, I think Hitachi wins outright, because it similar usage, the Hitachi is able to throw more cold air just because of that larger blower. But this blower is small, so power consumption is low, but at the same time the cooling is not as fast as the Hitachi air conditioner. So power consumption wise, no issues. This is like very efficient. If you buy the 5-star model and use it at a higher temperature, that might take like 1.5 to 2 units also on a very longer and not so hot nights. Power usage of Samsung is similar to LG, but when the temperature goes lower, the usage sort of spikes up. So it's set at 25 26, it will sort of take like 2 to 3 units for 8 hours. It can go that low, provided that the outside ambient temperature is also a little colder. But at higher usages like 20 or 18, first thing is I'm afraid the gas will leak out. I'll tell you in the end of the video what happened. And the usage sort of shoots up to almost 14 to 1500 watts. But at lower usage, the usage is like very controlled. The PCB, I feel it is as efficient as the LG and better than Hitachi. So yeah, that's the power usage story of the Samsung. Now let us discuss about warranty and service for each of these air conditioners. So the warranty is like 1 year for the unit, 5 years for the PCB and 10 years for the compressor. Like this is where Hitachi like blew my mind, surprised me. Like the service is like super good. I mean, after you buy the AC, they constantly remind you of the free services that you have. Call the Hitachi and avail those free services. They also have WhatsApp number. You can just say hi. It's a bot, but you can schedule your services. Like you need not to call up someone, wait in the line and then do all that stuff. Like the service part of it, they remind you proactively saying that your service is pending, get this service. I really like that. I mean, I was an impression that Hitachi had bad service, but Hitachi proved me wrong. Like the service is like very good. The guys who come out very knowledgeable. They are like very polite, very patient. They understand the issue and try to fix it. So I've used the service like 2 or 3 times to fix the outside drainage pipe. It has been like excellent. Moving over to warranty and service, like warranty is 1 year comprehensive, 5 years for PCB and 10 years for compressor. Service installation is okay, but LG has free services like 1 or 2 in the year, and LG doesn't remind you. You need to call back, keep in mind, and then sort of ask for the service. But Hitachi they send a message to saying that there is a free service, or do you want to avail it? They also send message there is an extended warranty, do you want to avail it? From LG is nothing as such. They should at least bother to call the customers or inform the customers you have a free service, kindly use it. The service booking is a little complicated. You need to call the customer care, the guy has to turn up. Should have been easy, like some WhatsApp number, just like Hitachi. Moving to the warranty and service, yeah, this is where things start coming down very rapidly. The product itself is not great by design or by performance. So adding to that, Samsung said this has 5 years of comprehensive warranty, including gas recharging. So that's the reason I bought the air conditioner. It also has 10 years of that compressor warranty. So after 1 year, all of a sudden the cooling stopped. When I called those guys, they said the gas has leaked. I said this has 5 years warranty. They said that's not going to cover in your warranty, that's 1 year, that's it. I even sent them the original Samsung brochure in the website that is there, which says 5 years warranty for this model. The service center guy was like, you want to get it done, or else leave it, we have more calls to attend. I mean, they're like so arrogant. I felt like I was cheated, because Samsung said 5 years warranty, and that's the very reason I bought it. And why will the gas leak after just 1 year of usage? The distance between indoor and outdoor unit is hardly 1 meter, and they said the nut has gone loose. I mean, what kind of installation did they do if the nut has gone loose within 1 year of usage? And the service guys, even for the toll-free number, are not helpful. They say it's 1 year warranty, you take it or leave it, you'll have to pay for it, that's it. That's the end of the story. And same like LG, no service follow-ups. The tri-care filter smells horribly bad, and Samsung says you'll have to replace it, but when? There's no reminder of any such kind of things. I don't know when should I replace that filter. My experience for this air conditioner has been for Samsung too bad. I've been using Samsung refrigerators, which are great, but air conditioners, stay away from Samsung. It's a strict no. So I'll end my video along with the verdict here. So if you're going to buy an air conditioner this summer, buy Hitachi if you want the ultimate performance. Even the price is a little higher and the features are lower. If you want decent performance but the features also, go for LG. Excellent build quality, very good. But never go for Samsung. Even if the guy pushes you for Samsung, offers heavy discounts, keep yourself very far away from this brand, especially in terms of air conditioners. So my experience has been horrible. This is not a product that is properly designed. It is a product that is haphazardly put together. Neither the design looks good, neither the functionality is great. This is one of my rubbish purchase decisions I've ever made. So there goes my video. So for this summer, out of these 3 air conditioners, buy the Hitachi. If not, buy the LG. Don't look at Samsung. So thank you for watching my video. If you have any comments, just leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer you.